Slania, it's Corvus Bruxo, and you're watching Sorting Out Solitary. And this week you can see that we're in a different place, and it's because I went hiking to the local cliff. And this week we are addressing the topic of our higher powers. You're seeing half my face shadowy. It's a sun issue. I am not in charge of the sun, so I can't fix it, sorry. Higher powers. That's a tough one, and it's a tough one because I'm a relatively new practitioner to the craft, and I haven't established my higher powers yet. But it would be, or they would be, as with our wonderful fellow Melissa, the Dreadful Mystic, the figures that would be known between many other names as the Witchfather and the Witchmother. But, contrary to a majority of opinions, at least in this half of the world, most people I found that they believe that the Witchfather and the Witchmother are the same figure understood with different cultural lenses throughout history and through different places. I don't believe such thing. I believe it's a role of leader and initiator of witches and the Sabbat, but taken by different local entities and mythological figures in different points of history in different places of the world. So, to me, the devil, Azazel, Tubal-Cain, Akkelbelt, the Buka, Odin, they wouldn't be the same Witchfather. They would be different characters taking on the role of Witchfather to the witches of those places, or in certain moments of history. As I have mentioned many times before, I'm also a cultivarian polytheist and reconstructionist, which doesn't have to do with my craft necessarily, but of course my beliefs sometimes influence my craft as well. So what I will do is provide you the chances that I see. I looked for a local figure around my cultural and geographical area in where I was raised and live right now, which is southern Spain, in case you don't know. Sorry that I don't look straight at you, but the sun is burning my eyes. I know it's rude. And there's a beautiful butterfly, black and orange, flying around there. Unfortunately, the folklore and mythology, local mythology in my area is quite more hidden and forgotten than in northern areas. So I will provide the possibilities, but so far I would point my finger to some northern areas, to where parts of my family are from, is from. I don't know what happens with the conjugation of verbs today. We have in the Basque country, we have the figure of Mari. Mari is a goddess or a female spirit, female numen, and she is referred sometimes as Amalur or Amalura, which means Mother Earth. She is a representation of the Mother Earth, and she is the goddess, ancestor, leader, whatsoever of the Sorginiac, or whatever it is pronounced. These are the Basque witches. They, in modern folklore, they are related. It's not a modern relationship established through academic means or anything like that, like sometimes happens. It is a folkloric relationship to both the Sorginiac as practitioners of the Basque craft and as a mythological creature with animal feats and otherworldly features. In the same area, we would have, for the Witchfather figure, Acrobelts. Acrobelts, it's a black goat, a black buck that was, according to the Inquisitors, summoned during the Sabbats and worshipped during the Sabbats. And if you want to figure out how he would be, more or less, you can look for some of Goya's paintings, in which, you know, the figure of the black male goat would fit into acrobelts. From a cultivarian context or an Atlantic context, there's Athena as Witchmother. She's a goddess of the underworld related to goats. She's also goddess of cycles and spring, and she was asked for healing and punishment. She was actually mentioned in some depiction tablets, however it's pronounced. I'm not the best English speaker today, sorry. Asking for a punishment toward some wrongdoers. Her consort, Endovelicus, he is not horned or anything like that. He's related to wild boars. I know, not the most witchy, post-medieval witchy animal, but he would be a king of the underworld, and he was related to prophecy in various ways, so that would also fulfill that role. We have Asturias. It's a historical region, and it's where my grandfather on my mother's side is from, and there we have a character that is known as Elvis Costume, and it's a satyr-like creature that is pictured sometimes wild and sometimes more like a fairy or a goblin with a green jacket and hat, like very funny. Like, yeah, it reminded me a little bit like the Saint Patrick or the leprechaun of St. Patrick's Day, but with satyr or goatish features. And he was said, there are many legends about this character, and some he helps people lost in the woods, and he helps shepherds and stuff like that. And in some other versions he is vicious towards humans for fishing and hunting, and for cutting trees. And he also kidnapped, and raped young girls, and his kiss causes consumption. So different versions, but he also fits in that category. And last but not least, there's a figure known by many names, but the translation would be something like one-legged devil, and it's a character mainly in Castile, but he's also in Asturias and other regions with different names, and he's like a trickster devil, and he's like a joke. He's not quite serious, but it's probably a caricaturization of a real scary devil that, you know, through joking and humor people would lose the fear of him. These would be the characters that, because of my cultural background, family background, geographical areas, etc., would fit or suit in the role of Witchfather and Witchmother. Which of them will be, or if it will be any other that I don't know yet, who knows, but these are the ones that I feel more drawn to, and the ones that some of them have communicated in the past with me. So I think my road ends up in some of these figures, but I will keep you updated and we'll see. I hope this wasn't extremely boring. I hope that you enjoy that's a vigilance tower, an old vigilance tower, that you enjoyed the environment, at least. If you didn't enjoy me at all, at least enjoy the environment, that you enjoyed the brief explanation of these local figures or national figures, or call them whatever you want. And yeah, tell us who are your higher powers, and keep watching the other hosts and sub-hosts explanations, because they're they're even more interesting than mine. So keep checking them up. And greetings to all of you. Slania.